Welcome everybody to Jordan's Film Quest. Today's adventure, I'll be taking you to this place here, the Ohio State Reformatory. I'm back again, but yet this time I'm doing the filming locations for the movie Tango and Cash, the 1989 comedy starring Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. Most of that was filmed in Los Angeles, but the prison here did make a slight cameo in the movie, and I'm going to show you where at in the prison that it was filmed. And I do have good news and I do have bad news. Bad news is one of the locations has been torn down since then, and I kind of can't really get to it, but I'll explain when I get to that specific location. The good news is that I'm going to make up for it by doing a tour of the entire prison, because it's creepy and people like that stuff. If you're into the paranormal, ghost stuff or other, I am. I like being creeped out, especially when I'm here by myself. Creep factor is really high, especially when you walk around this place by yourself. Really creepy. Anyway, we're gonna check out where Tango and Cash was filmed and get creeped out. So without further ado, let's go check out the Ohio State Reformatory again. And so it begins. We are gonna make our way to the Tango and Cash filming location, but first, a tour of this old haunted prison. As we make our way around the ad offices, come into a room here with some of the history of the electric chair here at the prison. Probably one of the creepiest things that I have definitely ever seen. Ooh, nope. Just imagine how many people have died in this chair. It's called Old Sparky. And right there would have been the switch to turn it on. This is really crazy to see. You put that on top of your head and wet it with a sponge. This is what the condemned person would have wore after they got their hair cut and escorted to the electric chair. And now we're about to go to the upper level. And what's crazy about this place is that the part of the prison that I'm at used to be a home for the warden and his wife and kids years and years and years ago. Another look to a area outside. It must be where the employees park. So where I'm at now, there were a few scenes from Shawshank Redemption filmed around here. And I'm going to skip this part because I've already covered this area in another video. I'll put a link in the description below. You guys can go and check out what's beyond these walls back here. So now we're going to go up again and see what's on the third floor. And here's the third floor. Just look how old this place looks. I'm not entirely sure what this area was used for. I want to say this is probably like some bedrooms where the warden and his family stayed. Definitely some kind of bedrooms. And I don't know if anybody is into paranormal or anything, but they say that the administrative wing, which is where I'm at now, is one of the most haunted places in the prison. And there is cold spots that can be felt throughout the halls up here. And there's a specific room where the warden's wife at the time tragically passed away. She was in the bathroom and the gun was in a cabinet, and the gun went off. It fell off the cabinet and it killed her. And if you smell perfume, like a rose perfume, it is said to be her spirit. And I have yet to find it. And I'm pretty sure that the area where that is at is blocked off. There's another room here. Wow. This room right here would have been a teaching room. A chalkboard, and chairs, and a desk. People would have come in here to learn, maybe get their education. And that room that I was talking about, where the warden's wife had passed away, I'm pretty sure is down this way because you used to be able to go that way. Now they have it blocked off. So this room here is said to be one of the darkest rooms in the prison. And the rumor is that if you put this chair in the center of the floor, turn the lights out and close the door, wait a few seconds, open the door and turn the lights off, that the chair will be in a different spot. And there's definitely an uneasy feeling in here. Notice there is no windows, no nothing. Just feels like claustrophobic in here. And one of the cool things about this place is the architecture here. They built it in such a way that there is an X coming from the windows, from the light from the outside. An X marks the spot. I believe it's supposed to be the center of the prison. We got one coming from that way, from that window, that window, that window, and there's a window right there. So yeah, X marks the spot. And I do believe that we are going into the chapel right here. This area is pretty beautiful. Take a look at this. This is where people would have came to worship, I believe. Maybe had some meetings. I'm not sure, but it is a big area. And I do believe at one point there was balconies here because you can see that line going up this side of the wall and across. Which kind of sucks that it's not here anymore, but still cool though nonetheless to see. Take a closer look at the podium and stuff up here. It's a big picture. Yep. Definitely a chapel. So I've been to this prison probably like a dozen times, and this part still always creeps me out. Gotta watch my step here. Now these cells can run both ways. Unfortunately, these cells are blocked off and you can't go around because I'm sure there's a lot of safety hazards going down these cells. You can go into these ones though. This one looks just like a sort of like a storage shed. I know you guys can't really see it, but there's just a bunch of stuff into that one. And now we're going to check out the next level, and I'm pretty sure you can walk down past the cells on the next level. we can see a little bit better in this one since the light's coming in. Nope, there's just a chair. That is a super small cell. Oh, this might have been where they like closed and opened the cells. There's the crank right there. They would have pulled it back and all the cells would have unlocked. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Take a look at this area. This is obviously blocked off. It's a restricted area, but it's like the back of the cells. Sort of reminds me of the TV show Prison Break, where Michael Scofield is trying to get out of his cell in the back of the cell area, which looks almost just like this. And if you're wondering, I did do a video on Prison Break as well. Go check my videos for that one as well. That one was a lot of fun to do. Okay, and I think this is the, yep. This is the tour route. And we can actually walk past the cells and see. This is what an inmate's cell looked like. Wow. Literally not much to it. 2 bunks, a sink, and a toilet. Well, the toilet's missing, but. So yeah, this is what would have been an everyday life for some of the people that were in here trying to get reformed. And it looks just like this. Goes on and on and on and on. See, the last time I was here, I came here super early and I was like one of the only people here. I think I was like 1 in 5 people. And I walked this entire tier by myself, and let me tell you, when you're walking around this prison by yourself, it is creepy to say the least. But still, a really, really neat, interesting place to be nonetheless. So we are currently in the east cell block, and Tango and Cash was filmed in the west cell block. And due to the tour route, we will make our way there very shortly. But until then, keep enjoying the ride of the reformatory. It is like freezing cold in here. I mean, being mid-April, it's like I'm wearing a jacket. I'm still cold. Yeah, this is where the library would have been. You can see right there where it says reference. There are chains hanging along the ceiling as to where different sections of books would have been. So yeah, let's take a look inside this room. Anybody want some new shoes? Here would have been the desk where the librarian would have been, probably checking out books. What is it, boots? And a leather jacket? Okay. There's all kinds of magazines and papers and stuff. I don't know if any of this stuff is left over from when it was here, or people just put it here to make it look like this. What is this, a phone book? No, not a phone book. What's going on in this room? Obviously a lot of nothing, but a lot of people have engraved their name into the side of this board. I'm not sure what had been back here. Area is gated off. I mean, it's open, but back then it would have been gated off. Yeah, right here is your photo opportunity. Look at all these cells. Look how high up they go. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories high. Wow. 2 to a cell. You do the math. Insane. And we will be down there in just a minute. Okay, I stand corrected. This was the infirmary area, not upstairs. As you can see, this is what it would have looked like. One of them beds and beds, rows of people in here. Some dying, some living. But there's a lot of history, and if the walls could talk in this place, man. Yep. Would have just been different rooms that inmates would have went into. Probably had their own rooms, maybe. It just circles around and goes back. I know it looks creepy, but it's okay, I swear. If I can walk down these steps, it looks like I'm going into complete darkness, but I promise you there is light up here. So this is the bottom floor, and to think we were just up there. It is a long way down. And as you can see, there are bars on the side of the railing because, you know, if something happened, somebody would have had a long way down. That's for sure. Okay, it takes a lot to creep me out, but every time I come into this room, I have a really uneasy feeling. Not just because it reminds me of Boggs from Shawshank Redemption, but this is the shower room. Look how close these shower heads are to each other. See, I'm standing right here. There would have been someone standing literally right there. So on and so forth. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of strange and unusual things went down in this room. And with that being said, I'm getting out of this room. The cells are basically the same upstairs as they are down here. I want to say I read somewhere that the bottom cells were the most valuable. People wanted to be on the bottom floor because it kept them cool in the summertime, but in the winter it sucked because temperatures would get below freezing down here and people would basically freeze to death because it was literally that cold. And there's a wand thing where if you put that number into your wand, you can hear what the guy had to say, the former captain. What is this? It's one of those tower things that just goes up and up and up. And I get claustrophobic, so I am backing away. And I just stepped in that hole. Yeah, like I said before, it was nice down here in the summertime. It's kind of vice versa because in the summertime it was nice down here, but in the winter it was nice up there because it was hot. Now the same goes with the summer temperatures as well because it would get ridiculously hot up there. And cool down here. Okay, so I know that I already passed this specific cell, but there is a cell on one of these tiers. It's cell number 13, who belonged to a specific inmate, where he just got so fed up with everything that he literally set himself on fire. I want to say it was paint thinner or something along those lines, that he literally doused himself with the fluid and then literally lit himself on fire. And I guess the flames got so bad that the inmates in the cell next to him could feel the heat from the flames as well. And then when the guards came to get him out of the cell, he was burned so bad that his body literally was, when they dragged his body across the tier, like there was skin coming off of his body all the way down the tier. That's one of the biggest stories that has happened here that I know of, and I'm sure there's tons of other stories, but that's, I wish I could have reminded myself to take a look at that cell, but I completely forgot. Every time I'm here, I try to avoid this area. One of the most haunted places in this prison. This is solitary confinement. So it just goes back that way. You can make a left and go around. But look at this. Look how dark it is. Creepy. And I'm getting out of here because I don't like being in solitary. See, you can go left or you can go right, but anyway, either way, it wraps back around. And as I was walking past the couple that I just passed, I had a really uneasy feeling, like I was being watched or really tight pressure in my chest. But I try to avoid this area every time I come here. It feels a lot better out this way. So where I'm at now is the back of the prison. Unfortunately, over time, the buildings that were back here were demolished, and this is about as far as I can get because it is blocked off, and there is an active prison behind here. Although that bus that you see in the middle of your screen, the black one kind of between those bars, there used to be a building there, and that is where part of Tango and Cash was filmed, on the rooftop, where Tango and Cash are escaping, and then Cash escapes and he's waiting for Tango, and then Tango is getting ready to jump, and then he has a face-off, I guess if you will, with Face, as they call him in the movie, the guy with the broken jaw, where he's like, I loved you in Conan the Barbarian. Well, Tango and Face go at it, and then he kicks the crap out of him. They kick the crap out of each other, and then he gets electrocuted. Face gets electrocuted, and then Tango makes his way over to the wire, and he shimmies his way down and jumps off about 40 feet. All that was filmed back here in this general area, and I do apologize, but you know, due to federal law, this is as far as I can go. All right, we have made it into the west cell block here. Look at all these cells. Wow. If anybody's a fan of Lil Wayne, he did film a music video here called Go DJ. You can go online and look that up. That was filmed right there. Anyway, we are looking for Face's cell from Tango and Cash. Now, what's weird about this is that in the film, it shows the prison, and over on this side, there's more cells, which again, they didn't film part of that scene here, but I will show you where they filmed the exact scene at. Where Tango and Cash are walking and they're talking about, like, did I mention how much I hate litter? Because, damn, I should have brought my marshmallows. But I did count these cells, and in the movie, Face's cell was cell number 35, and I do know that we are in the correct area because if you look at these little things right here, like these brackets, they kind of like curve, and that can be seen in one of the shots as well, so we definitely know we're in the right area. Also, it was confirmed on Google as well that they filmed in the West Cell Block. I do find it funny that when they do finally meet up with Face, Tango goes, "Hey, I loved you in Conan the Barbarian." Was Sylvester Stallone taking shots at Arnold Schwarzenegger because he was in Conan the Barbarian? But anyway, so I do believe it was filmed on the 3rd tier, which Face's cell would have been up there. Now at the time, I don't remember seeing any of those windows in the scene. They did it very well without showing those little, see how there's a window to the right? It didn't show that in the film, but it's definitely the right spot. They did a good job covering that up, making it look like it was not in the film, but it was. So I would say right there would have been Face's cell, where Tango smashes his face and breaks his nose. "I'm over here, come here." Yeah, that entire scene was filmed right here, and it's pretty cool. I know I can't necessarily get up there, but it's still cool though. I have no idea where I'm at right now. So this looks like it could be another shower room. I'm not entirely sure, but there's like faucets, and that's where the water could have ran out. I don't think that this is where the shower scene in Tango and Cash was filmed. I've actually never been in this room. I've been here like a dozen times, and I didn't even know this was here. Huh. We'll check out this area really quick. Look how old-fashioned this looks. This is, oh, it's warm in here. Oh, it feels nice in here. This is really cool. Must have been the warden and his wife. Some old china cabinets. Nice table. Bet there was some good lemonade in that one. Nice chinaware. And I think that's gonna do it for the inside of the prison. So a little bit farther back, beyond that tree line, back behind the prison, is where Tango and Cash would have made their escape. Over the tall trees, a 40-foot drop, and a lot of complaining. You might slip a disc or two. Back that way is where that shot would have been filmed at. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap on the Tango and Cash filming locations. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a little bit creepy going in there again by myself, but hey, it's still cool though, nonetheless. I really like being here. It's so weird for me to say that, but anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, share, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time on Jordan's Film Quest. You hear these ducks out here? Geese. Canadian geese. My bad. I'm out.